Fortunately, it only lasts for a pretty short time. In a couple of hours it's all over and things start drying out pretty quick. Getting the fiberglass on the keels. Some epoxy primer on the keels, and now for some more sanding. Some epoxy primer on the now repaired rot box makes it look a lot nicer. I wish I'd taken some before shots for comparison, but if you'd seen some earlier videos you'd know that this was a bit of a mess. This is inside the port armour and now looking like new. I guess the next thing is to put in the window, which is this arrangement here, and that'll be an exciting advancement. It's a good idea to not let your acrylic sit around where it can get wet. I'm going to have trouble getting the paper off there, as I am over here with this one. Fortunately, if it comes down to it, good old thinners does the job of getting it off, and I'm going to have trouble with that one too. 3 tubes of this stuff now on here, putting the acrylic on the 2 window frames. So I'll get some before and after shots of this window. This is how it's been looking for around about 10 months. Not nice. Here's the leaky window underneath. And the window is in. What a great view. You'll notice that the frame slopes downwards, so water does not collect on this edge here, and the top lip sticks out a little bit further than the bottom lip. So it's a pretty protected window. Out goes the old, on goes the new. The old was definitely rotten stuff. Yeah, nice to get the stainless on. And bling! Those guys over there have been climbing the local coconut trees, and it sure is nice to have nice fresh coconut water. How's the dinghy coming on, I hear you ask? Now it has seats glued in and fiberglass. There will be quite a bit of sanding to be done when that is set. Some added strengthening on the stern where it needs a bit more meat for when an outboard motor goes on there. Ooh, some glue runs to clean up there. And now fiberglass on the decks and a good PVC rubbing strip here. I'm going to put another one here, but first I have to cut this in half, and we have no power again as usual, so that's going to have to wait. Fiberglass now on the underside of the dinghy, and just glassing to around here, trying not to put on too much to stop it getting too heavy. A coat of grey epoxy primer on the bottom. The tarp there is to stop the termites dropping their things on the wet paint. It's looking good, isn't it? Turned her over, and now getting ready to paint all the top parts. There's a tremendous range of boats around here, all sorts of styles. We've got a 28-foot fiberglass sloop there that's been sunk and now virtually abandoned. There's a Herreshoff, which apparently has been around the world 3 times. You could probably pick that up for a couple of $1,000s. Behind that is a Chinese junk. This boat down here, it belongs to the captain of Apo Island. It's quite a practical design, actually. Now look at this one over here. I'll see if I can focus on that, zoom in on it. That has got to be about the most absurd thing I've ever seen. The longer I look at it, the more I think, what a monstrosity of a design. Look at that thing at the front. Look at those crappy armours. Now, the shelves that were in here that we had to take out to get all this in good shape, well, they are to go back in, and they need a little bit of work, but it'll be really nice to have it repaired and back in nice shape. I like these shelves. Well, having to get back to Australia has put things on hold for a bit, but this is sort of an exciting diversion. Currently leaving Dumaguete in the southern Philippines. And Manila. Coming down over Botany Bay. Finally, back in Dumaguete. It feels sort of classy to be able to just walk off the plane, walk a short distance, jump into Dave's car, and I'll be home in a beautiful. I'll be home in about an hour. Terrific. Well, so much for the secret man's business in Australia. Now it's back to sanding, sanding, sanding. Yeah. Painted on grey epoxy primer, and of course, much more sanding. We turned the boat around last night during the high tide, and now it's sitting at a much better angle. This black stuff, this black stripe, is a really shiny paint, and it nothing like sticking to it, so I'm starting to grind it off. It's nice to get the nets on again, nice and tight. Makes it look a lot better. Now I want to start cleaning these shelves up, all these gungy bits around the edges, which are cleaning up, and some gluing here. Maybe these areas here I can do when it's in, because I'll still have good access. But before I do that, while I can get at these nuts here, I really should take out that wooden cleat there and pop in a proper one. A little more work on the interior furniture, piece to go in there. Well, it's like this area is turning into a Horseman Tri-Star town. There's a 45-footer right there, good boat. It's at the end of 12 months, I'm a year older, I'm not even halfway through it I don't think, so let's see how we go when I'm at 24 months. Yes, it certainly is a big job. I'll see you later.